It's Accountech Bytes, your bijou blast through the latest accounting technology news with me, Tom Herbert. As always, please remember to like, follow, or subscribe, and I will be eternally grateful. Now, without further ado, let's get to the news. Let's start with City AM, who brings us news of the Big Four slashing graduate jobs as artificial intelligence takes on entry-level work. Yes, the UK's Big Four accounting firms are cutting hundreds of jobs and pulling back on graduate recruitment, with KPMG making the steepest cuts, while at the same time expanding their AI technology to automate administrative tasks usually performed by entry-level employees. I'm wondering whether this is cause and effect, though, because undoubtedly they are cutting those jobs, but I think those firms are obviously reducing their graduate numbers, but at the same time, the article mentions that all four firms are expanding their offshoring efforts in places like India, Malaysia, and the Philippines, which, in my opinion, is having a bigger impact on those numbers rather than their AI experimentations. I think perhaps is it the offshorers who should be more worried about the next evolution of AI? Next up, it's big acquisition news from the world of accounting technology, and Kiwi cloud pushers Xero has announced the acquisition of Melio. So Melio is an Israeli fintech that allows firms to pay and get paid, operates predominantly in the States via a sort of embedded payment solution within places like Shopify or Capital One. It has a big presence in the US market, which Xero has made no secret that it is trying to crack. I think it has about 80,000 customers. The deal apparently is worth $2.5 billion, punchy valuation at Melio's revenues of $157 million. But it does give Xero a big leg up in the payment space and in the US market. Next up, and mid-market cloud accounting tool ep118, fresh from sharing triple-digit growth for the sixth year in a row, hitting a 12 million revenue target. Their CEO, Lyndon Stickley, spoke with me about the market opportunity, why many of these mid-market businesses are paralyzed by the fear of system change, what the developers are doing to help this, and why ep118 will be drip feeding AI into its products rather than jumping on the AI bandwagon. Let's head to the world of e-invoicing next, and global tax giant Avalara has shared research that apparently e-invoicing could unlock $616 billion in global economic gains. So by adopting e-invoicing, your average US business could save $15 for each invoice received. I'm guessing that's sort of cutting out processing time, etc. While in France, large businesses have been able to reclaim up to 54 minutes for each invoice. It's easy to be cynical about research like this. E-invoicing provider releases research that says e-invoicing is great, but good to see they are backing this up with actual stats and research. A quick detour via the app formerly known as Twitter and its foray into financial services. So, as part of a push to make X an everything app, its CEO was talking about adding not only ability to pay and get paid, but also to make an investment or a trade. I think the anti-money laundering considerations alone are pretty substantial, but if they can railroad it through, then I'm sure it's a great opportunity for them. A bit of partnership news now, and Free Agent and Go Cardless have been busy. So Free Agent users can make the most of the full suite of Go Cardless features via its new Instant Bank Pay. So this is Free Agent's first open banking payment solution that allows payments to be verified via a banking app. Big integration news now for fans of three-letter abbreviations, as FYI has teamed up with BGL. So FYI, the document management practice management tool, and BGL, the company secretarial and anti-money laundering tool in the UK. They've announced an integration for UK practices. So what does that mean for FYI users? It has things like automatic sync, auto-filing, customized settings. And it's worth noting for Xero tax users that are also customers of FYI and BGL, that integration now takes you all the way through from practice management and document management through to compliance and tax and accounts production. A quick sustainability update now, and the International Federation of Accountants has introduced a small business sustainability checklist. So, this is an interactive tool designed for use in your practice with your clients. So, by working through the checklist, you can assess their current position and track progress across environmental, social, and government initiatives. Let's head over to MTD Corner now. And a quick reminder that the Accounting Web MTD Accountability Club survey is still live. So, the Accountability Club is a group of accountants and bookkeepers who are making their preparations for the mandation in April 2026. As part of this, we have a short survey, 9 questions. If you could take it via the link in the description, again, I'd be very grateful. And on that theme, our very own Jake Smith presented a webinar earlier in this week, presenting a snapshot of the results from the survey so far and getting some expert insight from the likes of Chris Downing, Samantha Mitchum, and Robert Newman. Sticking with MTD, or perhaps trying to get away from it, David Wright from the Association of Taxation Technicians has penned an article for us on taxpayers who wish to leave making tax digital when their circumstances change. Spoiler alert, it's a 3-year lock-in unless you join the Plymouth Brethrens. Rounding off MTD Corner, and fascinating article from Blick Rothenberg partner Fiona Fernie, who brands the regime as pointless, as the Treasury will receive no additional tax take despite taxpayers' reporting burden increasing. Quick podcast update, and I join the usual suspects of Richard Hattersley and Matthew Ord for our No Accounting for Taste podcast, where I talked about tech adoption not being just down to tech. Richard covered the government's tax policy making principles, all caps, and Matt rounded things off with private equity's role in audit. You can listen to the pod on the page or by searching for Accounting Web on your podcast player of choice. Next up, and QuickBooks parent company Intuit shares a What's New in QuickBooks update. So this covers big changes to its invoicing, enhanced reporting, client IDs, and recurring transactions. Next up, and Online Accountants Crunch, which already has its own proprietary cloud accounting platform, has now introduced Crunch Pay, which is adding payment options directly into the platform. This is via Pay Now buttons on the invoices, which accept cards, Apple or Google Pay, bank transfer, or direct debit. Next up, and an update from AI bookkeeping tool Genesis, and its co-founder and CEO Nikolai Thompson introduces Jack on WhatsApp. So Jack is their AI assistant. So this feature allows you to choose which company you're interacting with and then send your documentation directly to them via WhatsApp. Bob's your uncle. Next up, and an update from Dext. If 2 documents have been sent into Dext via the Dext mobile app, and it turns out that they're 2 parts of the same receipt, this feature allows you to merge them in the correct order by ticking the boxes in a specific order, starting with the document you want to appear first. And rounding off the updates section, we have Cloud Accounting Suite Capium, which has added biometric check features to its AML tools via Verify. Really like this video from QuickBooks chap Aaron Patrick, who asks, who's faster at bookkeeping in QuickBooks, ChatGPT or him? It's kind of a fascinating experiment and well worth watching the full video for the details. But I think the too long didn't watch is that for clients with very simple affairs, it actually is much quicker to lean on the AI, but accountants will always be required to check its workings out. Next up, and I mentioned WhatsApp earlier. Well, last week we found out that WhatsApp is about to start running ads from within its platform, and content snare boss James Rose here gives voice to accounting firms' concerns that marketers will be able to access clients directly from within the platform they use. Right, that's your lot for today. Thank you very much for watching. As always, please remember to like, follow, or subscribe, and I'll be back with another video next week. Bye for now.